Welcome to the York Catholic District School Board training on bullying and its connection to human rights. This training was created in partnership with the Human Rights and Equity Advisor, Nalini Janandan, and Human Resources. Let's begin by talking about education as a right in Catholicism. As Pope John the 23rd said, "Everyone has the right to live. Everyone has the right to bodily integrity and to the means necessary for the proper development of life, particularly food, clothing, shelter, medical care, rest, and finally, the necessary social services. Everyone has the natural right to share in the benefits of culture and hence to receive a good general education and a technical or professional training." It's important to see that as a Catholic school board, education is fundamental as one of the rights of children and everyone. The next piece we'll discuss is government bodies from the world and locally to Ontario. According to UNICEF, children have the right to protection, provision, and participation. This is highlighted both by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms and the Ontario Human Rights Code. One of the fundamental components of both of those is that being safe at school is a fundamental human right. Now that we've discussed how government institutions from the United Nations down to the Ontario government views education as a human right, let's see how bullying connects to that issue. Bullying is not just a safe schools issue. Bullying can be and is a human rights issue if it's on one of the 17 protected grounds. On the left-hand side, you'll see all of the 17 protected grounds. Bullying is considered a form of harassment. By that, it's defined as a course of vexatious comment or conduct that is known or ought reasonably to be known to be unwelcome. If any of that is on one of the 17 protected grounds, bullying is a human rights issue. Again, everyone has a right to be safe at school. Now, let's look at some examples of how bullying can play out in our schools. The first example is verbal bullying, when derogatory words are used to name-call or tease a student based on their race. There's social bullying, which is humiliating a group based on ethnicity publicly through graffiti on a locker or graffiti on a school. The next example is physical bullying, such as touching or pulling a classmate's hair because it is different than theirs based on race. Or cyberbullying, posting a photo to spread rumors based on a student's place of origin. This one is especially relevant given the COVID pandemic. We talked about examples of bullying and how there's a perpetrator and the victim of bullying. However, it doesn't just affect the victim. There's bystanders who may want to join the in-group, or they may fear standing out, or they may turn a blind eye to the victims or walk away. And likewise, that perpetrator may grow up or will grow up and they may continue in those behaviors into adulthood, which may lead to more severe issues such as sexual harassment or violence. And most importantly, our mission here at the York Catholic District School Board is to develop our students into socially responsible global citizens. Now, let's look at some of the impacts of bullying. Bullying has psychological and physical issues associated with it. If someone's bullied, their self-esteem goes down, which in turn may create physical ailments, which at a school level may lead to absenteeism, higher dropout rates, and an increase of risk of self-harm. It's important to remember that all children have rights, and being safe is a fundamental human right. This training is an important part to help you understand what bullying is and how to deal with bullying. However, here at the York Catholic District School Board, we have additional policies that both govern and help us to ensure that we have a safe school. Here are some of the policies. Policy 202, Safe Schools Student Discipline. Policy 218, Code of Conduct. Policy 223, Bullying Prevention and Intervention. Policy 311, Digital Discipleship, or the student use of technology, and the human rights policy that is currently in development. You're not alone when it comes to creating a safe and inclusive environment for all of our students. There's resources that departments and your colleagues and supervisors are there to support you. This slide demonstrates some of the resources that you have. Thank you for completing this training. If you have additional questions on how bullying and human rights are linked, or if you have a human rights concern, please follow the human rights complaint process. Likewise, you can reach out to our Human Rights and Equity Advisor by emailing humanrights@ycdsb.ca. Thank you and have a great day.